Welcome to the Friday Five with Steve Greenfield on CBT News.
Welcome to this week's Friday Five, where we recap the last week's automotive technology deals. This is Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and thanks for joining us. Automotive Ventures has launched this year's March Madness contest on LinkedIn, where you get to vote for the early stage auto tech companies that you think are most likely to achieve a $1 billion exit someday. Head on over to Automotive Ventures' LinkedIn page to get your votes in for your favorite early stage auto tech companies. In the biggest investment news of last week, myKaarma announced a major investment from H.I.G growth partners. The terms of the investment were not disclosed. Founded in 2012, myKaarma is a rapidly growing provider of innovative end-to-end solutions for franchise automotive dealerships and has expanded to over 1,500 dealerships in the US and Canada. With over $11 billion in payments processed, 230 million text messages transmitted, and over 2.5 million videos recorded, customers have realized a 30% lift in repair order dollars when using the latest solutions. myKaarma is an advanced end-to-end platform with scheduling, communications, payment, pickup and delivery, video MPI, BDC solutions, and insightful reporting. Next up this week, Kite, the on-demand car rental delivery startup that brings the rental car to your driveway, has secured $200 million in credit financing from Goldman Sachs and private equity firm Ares Management Corporation. The funding will be used to help Kite expand into new cities and accelerate growth of its fleet of vehicles. The valuation of the San Francisco-based company was not disclosed. However, it was valued at $145 million after a $30 million funding round in October, according to data provider PitchBook. And finally this week, after nearly 60 years, BMW Group is acquiring luxury tuner brand Alpina Group. The deal is expected to close in 2025. Financial details of this deal were not disclosed. Alpina's roots can be traced back to the 1960s when the typewriter and textiles manufacturer began producing performance carburetors and crankshafts for BMW vehicles, which are reflected in the brand's logo, and eventually full-blown racing vehicles. Over the decades, the partnership between the automaker and the tuner has grown, with Alpina now plucking chassis straight from BMW's assembly line for modification. Alpina's focus has also changed from racing to building luxurious grand touring vehicles like the Alpina B8 Grand Coupe and the Alpina XB7. Like Mercedes acquiring custom tuner AMG back in 1999, it will be interesting to see what BMW does now that it owns the Alpina brand. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week, we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you read my monthly industry intel report, I showcase a few companies each month, and we take the opportunity here on the Friday Five to share some of those companies each week with you. Today we have two companies to watch, both in the cybersecurity space, SecureThings and ShiftFive. Our first company to watch this week is SecureThings. SecureThings has developed end-to-end solutions for vehicle security to ensure the protection of software, devices, and data throughout the connected vehicle ecosystem. Through a five-pronged approach of detection, response, recovery, identification, and protection, they take a holistic approach to cybersecurity, from product development to deployment and on into updates and patches. With this defense in-depth approach, security issues can be prevented and remediated when they arise. SecureThings begins with a detailed risk analysis of use cases, attack surfaces, and potential attacks to mitigate the impact and develop recovery plans. SecureThings technology provides real-time insights and intelligence for continuous monitoring to detect any anomalous behaviors and vulnerabilities, to prevent and detect attacks and minimize the impact. Check out SecureThings at www.securethings.ai. Our second company to watch this week is ShiftFive. ShiftFive defends planes, trains, and tanks from cyber attack. The company attacks the defense systems critical to transportation networks. ShiftFive is a single security solution designed to protect the onboard serial data bus systems that power military and commercial aircraft, freight and passenger trains, and other heavy vehicles. ShiftFive captures and analyzes data from onboard subsystems in real time to detect and alert on cybersecurity anomalies so crew and maintenance personnel can take action to respond to incidents. Check out ShiftFive at www.shiftfive.io. So that's your weekly Friday 5, a quick wrap up of the big deals in the automotive technology space over the past week. Thank you for tuning into CBT News for this week's Friday 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Friday 5 with your host, Steve Greenfield.